All right, ladies and gentlemen, probably just gentlemen. Let's be real. Welcome back for yet another episode of Quick Hits with Dre, me. Let me just start off with I just got back from the bar. So, well, it's not what you're thinking. I'm doing dry January, and I figured I would let you know that it's probably look. I had a good time. I had fun, and so it kind of prompted me to. We got my juices flowing talking NFL football with some of the guys uh, after they had a few pops in them. It is kind of entertaining if you think about it. I don't know if you're doing dry January with me. Kudos out there for giving it a go. 11 days in, 20 to go. I think. Yeah. So on top of that, I'm doing Whole 30 diet. So I'm yeah, yeah. So pour one out for me if you're actually drinking. But yeah, look, I going to the bar sober is sometimes quite entertaining. Everyone's really enthusiastic. You realize when you're the sober one how excitable everyone gets when they've had a few pops in them. So um, it got us going. We started talking some NFL football, so we'll probably go in that direction a little bit later. But I just want to give you the quick hits from uh, from yesterday, which really there was nothing. So we're not gonna do the other teams. I did tease them and talk about them, yada yada, but no locals last night. Today, you did have the Cavs beat the Nets 111-102. So the Nets kind of continue their losing ways. The Devils just dropped the puck in Tampa Bay. So get to it if you're interested. Don't forget you got the Maple Leafs Islanders. They just started as well, and then Rangers Blues, and then of course the Knicks. My Knicks, your Knicks, the Knicks. Tonight against the Mavs at 8:30. Looking forward to that. It's gets you giddy. It gets me giddy anyway. Uh, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's when it's not fun, uh, it's tough to watch, as we can all attest. So we got to enjoy it while we can, for as long as we can, and we'll see. We'll see what they do tonight. The Mavs are a good team, so this will be a real good test. They've obviously they beat the 76ers. They're coming off the high of the trade. Then they played a few not so great teams that they took care of biz with, and then so this will be a good litmus test for them. We'll see how it works out. Speaking of out, Belichick, it is official. Announcement was made today. Did the press conference around noon. So, I didn't listen to the press conference. I don't know. They'll keep things pretty tight lipped if there was any sort of you know rift between Kraft and Belichick. I doubt it. You know, 24 years is a long time. I'm looking at right now. It's 5 hours ago, but they're saying the Falcons might be the next logical. So some clown at CBS Sports is saying the Falcons might get Bill Belichick. If they throw enough money at him, sure. I mean, I th- he, so let I got some fun thoughts. I got some fun thoughts on this. Tell me what you think, or don't. I'll sleep fine. Um, Hear me out. Belichick to the Cowboys. I know it sounds crazy, but Jerry Jones already said when asked if Mike McCarthy was his guy, he said, "Let's wait. We'll wait and see." Something along those lines, something to do with the playoffs, yada yada. So if the Packers go in to Dallas and upset the second seed Dallas Cowboys, it might make Jerry Jones lose his mind. He might blow a gasket, and he might just fire the entire coaching staff. Now, I think it would be obviously not. Last thing I want to see is Belichick coach against the Giants 2 times a year for the next, let's say, he coaches for another 4 or 5 years, right? He's 71 years old. I think he could do 4 or 5 more, right? He wants a ready-made team, set it and forget it type scenario. He's not going in. He's not building up the Tennessee Titans, and that's why I'm not sure. I'm not sold on the Falcons unless he wants to go there, be miserable, and lose. Although they have some really good, they got playmakers. They need a quarterback. They got to figure that out. But yeah, I think it's just intriguing. Also, uh, could he like Vegas? Is Vegas a possibility for him? What about San Diego? What about San Francisco? Denver? I mean, now I'm just naming all the teams, but there are teams that he's not going to. Let's be real. He's not going to the Tennessee Titans. Not happening. He's not going to Tampa Bay. I think he'll stay out of the East from the AFC standpoint. I think he'll stay out of the AFC East. But yeah, I mean, I think, boy, he's already a villain, right? I mean, Belichick always has that heel type of air to him. But if he went to the Dallas Cowboys, boy, oh boy, I think that would be, it'd be a little bit earth shattering for the NFL if it was just like Mike McCarthy out and then boom, Bill Belichick in, boom. Could he go to the New Orleans Saints? Is it possible? Anything's possible. When you got a coach like that kind of dangling out there, he can go anywhere he wants. People can get fired. People get fired for Bill Belichick. That shouldn't be too crazy of a thought. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where that plays out. I mean, he's not going to the Giants. It would be apropos after all is said and done for it to come full circle, right? Like if Dable really stunk, and this year they stopped playing for him halfway through. You can make a case for it. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Dable's the guy. I hope he's here for a while. They could have rolled over. The Giants could have stopped playing football, and they didn't. Maybe we could have got a better draft pick, but Daniel Jones should thank the entire 51 other players on that team because now he gets another crack at it. Maybe. I think it should be open competition, but it probably will be. So, speaking of football, we're going to do a deep dive today. We're going to do it. You got to listen to it. So, let's take a look. Now, I talked about gambling yesterday. Touched on that. We're not going to do spreads. We're not going to do over-unders. But I am still allowed to root for teams to win games. So that's what we're going to do here. And first on the docket. Also, I'm not. Is the NFL serious putting the Dolphins Chiefs strictly on Peacock? What are we doing with these games? What are we doing? It is the playoffs. You're going to make people subscribe to a game. It's banana lands. The NFL just they can't help themselves. They cannot help themselves. Honestly, like I obviously I want to watch that game. I'm not going to, if I don't think I have Peacock. If I had Peacock, I'll throw it on, but I'm sure is not going to subscribe for it. And I hope that they have terrible ratings for that football game. And it should be a great game. I think it has the potential to be a great game. I also think it has a potential to be a clunker. So, but we'll start there actually. That's the 8:00 game. Saturday, 8:00, Dolphins, Chiefs. And I think I talked about it a little bit the other day. Let me reiterate for you. If the Chiefs come out early and they just start moving the ball They go up 14-0. Maybe cause a turnover or something. I think you could see the Dolphins kind of go away quietly into the night. I do. I think it has a possibility. Um, I say that just because I mean they choked away this AFC East. They choked it away. But the Chiefs haven't been playing great football. The Dolphins haven't been playing that great of football. I mean, what we saw earlier in the year, I thought we were going to see the greatest show on turf. Again, although it was not on turf, but you get the point. Circa 2001 Rams. So, I mean, they were dynamic. They're fast. They have the weapons. So I think they need to figure out how to utilize, get the ball in some of these playmakers' hands, get Hill moving, get some of these other guys, get waddling, in the end zone. And the Chiefs, they got to get their guys going, right? I mean, they got to catch the football. Seen a lot of drop passes from them, a lot of stupid mistakes, a lot of lackadaisical. Maybe they'll turn it on, maybe like a light switch. Maybe they'll flip it on. And if they do, the Dolphins will be in trouble. I think if the Dolphins keep it close, they go into halftime believing, they come out believing. But if they go in with their heads sulking, down 17-3, then you can put a fork in them. So, I do like the Chiefs in that game. I'll say that only because they're the defending Super Bowl champions. They've been there before. They've been there multiple times before. I think Andy Reid will outcoach. I think Mike McDaniels is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know. And yeah, that's kind of my take on that game. So I would look for that to be, we'll call it 30-21. I think the Chiefs are it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold in Kansas City. So now on to somewhere it's going to be a little warmer. We're going to Houston, baby. Got the Texans and the Browns. Texans are at home. And I think I said it before. I'll say it again. I like the Browns. And I can't say it enough. I like the Browns. I think they play good defense. I think they're excitable now. They run the football. They got Flacco, which I think is hilarious. But he's making plays. If they don't turn the ball over, they're in a good spot. Nothing to worry about there. I think they'll control the clock. They'll control the ball. And I think they're going to hit the Texans right in the mouth. That defense, I don't think it gets talked about enough. But that defense is real. That is a real NFL defense. The kind that if the offense can at least give them some wind by staying on the field, that they can get turnovers in that game. Like they can do things, and I think they will. So I don't think it's that close of a game. I think you're looking at probably something maybe in the 28-14, 28-13, something along those lines. Maybe we can push up the Texans to 17. So those are your those are your Saturday games. Browns Texas 4:30, Dolphins Chiefs 8 p.m. So if you're not doing anything, sitting around, I won't get to watch any of those games actually. Now that I think about it, it hurts. It really hurts. Yeah. I got to go to a dinner. I'm going to a dinner. How sophisticated of me. Oh, Sunday's games. Oh boy, this one. All right, so you got Steelers Bills. It's on at 1:00 on Sunday, ladies and gents. It's going to be on CBS and Paramount Plus. How nice. How nice of the NFL to let it be on CBS so everyone can watch it. So kind. So kind. This one's interesting. This one is interesting. It's funny looking at this game here. I mean, I'll make you laugh. I really like the Steelers. I really like the Steelers. I think the Bills got warts. I think they got problems. And I think the Steelers are on the up and up. They got Rudolph back there. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer doing things. And the Bills, they almost lost to the Giants. So maybe I'm biased or maybe I'm too hard on the Giants, but Bills are at home and they almost lost to the Giants. Scored 14 points in that game. So when I look at this game and I see the Steelers the last couple of weeks playing football, playing the game the right way, this guy making throws, I think the Bills have some problems. I think they got to run the ball, right? The Bills got to run the ball. They got to give Josh Allen some time to throw the ball. He's got to make better decisions with the ball. He's got to run the ball when he's feeling pressure. So we'll see. I'm rooting for the Steelers. I'm looking at that to be like a 21-17 Steeler victory. It's going to be cold up there. Not too cold, but it could be snowy. It is Buffalo after all, so that could be a low-scoring game. And so I'm anticipating that. That 4 o'clock game, 4:30, Packers-Cowboys, is on Fox. So it looks like their fiasco after the Peacock thing is they're going to dip their toe in it and see how many subscribers they can muster up for that game. Unbelievable. They never cease to amaze though, right? Like I said, I did make it seem like there's a chance, right? The Packers could go into Dallas and actually put a hurting on or shock the world. I don't think it happens. I think the Cowboys will. Cowboys haven't lost at home all year. They've lost on the road every game. All their losses are on the road. So, the Packers have they beat the Bears. They beat Minnesota. They barely beat the Panthers. Gave up 30 points against the Panthers. So, I think the Packers is a nice story. Jordan Love, he's starting to figure it out a little bit, but I don't think that they're the complete package of a team by any means. And don't forget they lost to the Giants. So, and Tommy Cutlets. A beautiful pass he threw in that end zone in that game. But I don't see it happening. See the Cowboys handily 30, 35, 20, 35, 17, something along those lines. So, look for that one to be over by, we'll give it the third quarter. I don't think you're going to be sweating that one out. Not in the fourth, if you're a Cowboy fan. But that's why it's any given Sunday. Crazier things have happened. Interesting storyline for the next one, 8 p.m. Sunday night. Now, for those of you in the corporate world, don't forget Monday's a holiday. And Sunday becomes Saturday. So it's a real beautiful thing. 8 p.m. Sunday night. Yeah, that game's on NBC. You got Rams in Detroit. Fun storyline. Stafford going home to Detroit. I think Detroit's awesome. Kind of like they're like my Browns of the NFC. They're going to run the football. They're going to play defense. They're not going to make as many mistakes. I think they win this game. I don't think the Rams are equipped to stop them or keep up with them. And so at the end of the day, so this is a 24-17 type game. I also think they can get turnovers. I think Matthew Stafford start getting hit. He gets happy feet. Matthew Stafford's a happy feet guy. Starts hearing footsteps. So if they get to him early, start hitting him, then he might throw some interceptions. He might fumble the ball. Might even see a fumble recovery, pick six type scenario. So, and then moving on here, you go to Monday's game. Monday's game is Eagles. I mean, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got a home playoff game. Unbelievable. Can you believe that? Eagles are in Tampa Bay. It'll be nice. Although it's showing rain. At least the temperature will be nice. That's on ABC at 8 p.m. Monday night. So it's a Monday night football game. So I don't think that game's close. I think that's Eagles. That might be over by the second quarter. Yeah. So if you can believe it, I do. It pains me to say it, right? Giant fan have to tell you I'm thinking the Eagles are gonna destroy the Buccaneers. Would it be awesome? Yes, if the Buccaneers did something, but I don't see it. Even though the Eagles have had their little flounder there in the middle, um, sometimes when you play bad football and you lose football games, you're able to go back to the drawing board and actually see mistakes. When you start winning all the time, everyone tells you how good you are. Start reading your newspaper clippings. You miss some stuff. You miss it. And I think they've had the opportunity to evaluate what they're doing, what they weren't doing, what they need to do. And I think it should be pretty lopsided. It could be over quickly. It could be 35-20 if they get to 20. So you got some good games on the list here, and I think you might have some stinkers, but overall, it's playoff football. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, but I like who I like, and I got some underdogs in there. You know, I got the Steelers. I think they're my team. I like Mike Tomlin. And the Browns are technically underdogs. Eagles are technically underdogs. Kind of crazy to me. Kind of crazy. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started with NFL football. So um, after this, we'll probably be on break. I'm away this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to a dinner Saturday night. It's nowhere near where I am, and so I'll be pretty busy. Please don't miss me too much. I don't want you to be missing me. Um, so yeah, what we'll do is we'll probably end up covering all the games, all the weekend action um, on Tuesday. Believe it or not, so I won't. I won't. Well, I'll be talking to myself, but I won't be talking to myself on the mic until Tuesday of next week. So bear with me. The gap in time. I'm terribly sorry for it. Um, you just got to live out there. So I'll be watching the games. Hope you do too. Hope you have a good MLK Junior weekend, and we'll see you. We'll see you next week.